The COVID-19 pandemic triggered a surge in government intervention and global fiscal spending, leading to concerns among various Nigerians who associate expanded government involvement with a heightened risk of corruption and misallocation of public funds. In 2020, the Central Bank of Nigeria introduced a 1 trillion naira stimulus package, with the Buhari administration requesting approval for a 500 billion naira intervention fund from the National Assembly. Additionally, the government tapped into the Sovereign Wealth Fund, withdrawing $150 million among other expenditures. Many citizens voiced their frustration at the lack of transparent accountability for these funds, with no concrete evidence that the majority of underprivileged Nigerians who endured harsh lockdown conditions received the much-needed assistance during this period.
In the respect of the COVID-19 saga, I did not collect any palliative during COVID-19, and nobody collect COVID-19 palliative within my I didn't even see any single person like that.
Okay, my name is Ngozi Odubuego. I didn't get any palliatives, and I don't know anybody that got. I heard a lot of people got, but I didn't get anyone. And yes, I'm for the probe. If actually it was siphoned, they should probe and the people should pay for it, because it's Nigerians, it's for Nigerians.
Despite the announcement of a 100 billion naira disbursement to beneficiaries of the conditional cash transfer, questions arise about how many individuals actually received the 20,000 naira social palliative.
I asked many of my oga, they cannot even give me details of how the 20,000 will be shared. I don't even know who is collecting details, not to talk of crediting somebody. So I don't know whether CBN will credit direct, but up till now, I have over 7 or 8 people under me in this Abuja. They have not received. Some are not working. I even have people that are even the poorest in my area. They didn't even say they have received even 20 naira from government.
So from my own ministry, so they shared, so they call us from this one is from welfare something, nothing like that, blah 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 like that. That is the palliative. But from the ministry, I think we have 814 stars from the ministry. So it happens that it's only 152 people, 152 staff that receive the palliative.
3 years later, the House of Representatives has initiated an inquiry into the allocation and utilization of funds allocated to government ministries, departments and agencies for COVID-19 relief efforts.
To combat COVID-19 pandemic on the citizen, concerned that lack of proper accountability of funds allocated for COVID-19 intervention by the federal government and global donor agency could partially lead to negative economy rating and loss of opportunities for Nigeria.
This decision emerged during a plenary session on October 17, 2023, following a motion presented by Honorable Yampa Zakaria of the PDP from Adamawa State. The Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, has tasked the Public Accounts Committee, PAC, with conducting a thorough investigation into the expenditure of these funds.
Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Public Accounts.
Public Accounts Committee must produce a report within 4 weeks, serving as the basis for subsequent legislative actions. In an exclusive interview with TV Platinum, Honorable Dauda Zakaria Yampa explained the reason for moving the motion.
Public outcry about this fund, whether they were properly managed, whether the project they were meant for, whether the procurements were done in the normal manners that are required by laid down law and regulation in the country. And because of that, we find it very necessary to look into it, to see that that money is properly accounted for.
As efforts to investigate the alleged mismanagement of COVID-19 funds unfold, it's worth revisiting recent history. In May 2019, Mariam Uwais, the former special advisor to President Buhari on the Social Investment Program, disclosed that there were slightly over 700,000 people on the program's register. However, this number surged to 2.6 million when COVID-19 relief funds were to be distributed. In 2018, President Buhari's wife Aisha criticized the Social Investment Program as a failure, a sentiment echoed by the 9th Assembly leadership, including Senate President Ahmed Lawan and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, who were highly critical of its implementation. In a pointed critique, the advocacy group Human and Environmental Development Agenda (HEDA), which has been monitoring the SIP since 2016, argued that only 900,000 households benefited from the conditional cash transfer, contrary to the claim of over 2 million households being reached. The pressing question that demands answers now is: on Monday, October 17, 2023, the administration led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu launched the Renewed Hope conditional cash transfer for 15 million households nationwide. Tinubu conveyed his commitment to restructuring the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation with a 7-year roadmap to address food security, hunger eradication, poverty reduction, economic growth, and job creation. However, can this program fulfill its intended mandate?
As for what is about to happen that the new administration is doing, I want to give him a chance. I want to see if it's something that he's actually going to do. Because the other administration failed doesn't mean this will fail. So yes, I want to give him a chance.
The assurance I'm giving now is there's a new sheriff in town. We have a capable speaker, a very honest gentleman that is willing, that is encouraging, that everything that the House resolve, any investigation report is going to transmit it to the executive for implementation. So I'm very optimistic. We cannot go and take investigation and drop it out, throw it to the dustbin. The report will be utilized.
Nigerians are closely observing and waiting because only time will reveal the true outcome.